Welcome back to Digital Deceptions, the channel dedicated to uncovering the hidden realities shaping our world. Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain on a truly bizarre proposal for the stability of America's power grid. One that relies less on long-term infrastructure and more on, well, your local big box store. In a scenario that sounds more like a survivalist fantasy than a national energy strategy, Chris Wright, identified as the potential energy secretary for a further Trump administration, has floated an unusual idea to stabilize the U.S. power grid, tap into backup generators at private businesses, including those found behind the back of Walmart. Appearing on Fox News to discuss the persistent issue of rising electricity prices, Wright acknowledged that while gas prices have generally leveled off, utility costs for electricity and gas services continue to climb. When pressed on how a future administration would stop the rise, which he optimistically projected that the first half of 2026, Wright offered a short-term band-aid. We proposed the government could activate private sector backup generators already in place at facilities like data centers and Walmart stores whenever the national grid requires a supplemental burst of electricity. We will take the backup generators already at the data centers or behind the back of Walmart and bring those on when we need extra electricity produced. This concept, known as demand response on a massive ad hoc sale, would essentially turn routine emergency equipment into a central temporary public power station. But here's the deception. Wright offered this concept without a single detail on the implementation, how the government can commodore private property generators, what compensation or liability agreements would be put in place with companies like Walmart and major data centers operations. And most critically, have those companies ever agreed to participate in the unconventional plan? The current proposal leaves more questions than answers, suggesting that the plan to keep the lights on might be less about robust next-generation energy solutions and more about desperately patching the system with emergency diesel power for America's biggest retailers. Is this a brilliant quick fix to grid instability or a concerning sign that the prospective leaders of our energy infrastructure are relying on last resort private backup power to stabilize our nation's crisis?